now is
Yeah.
Miss Alexandra Hart.
Alexandra Hart.
Okay, we're gonna try to get both of you on here now.
Yeah. Hey, Alexandra, what's happening, sweetie?
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's your question?
My question is, what was the first song that you did for Anomaly?
For Anomaly?
Yeah.
I think the first song that we wrote in class in my first year at Performing Arts Studio West. For those of you who don't know what Anomaly is, Anomaly was our house band at Performing Arts Studio West. The band consisted of me and John Pazis, who played bass in the group and was awesome. August McAdoo, who played the keyboards and sang. Janetta Ward was one of our harmony singers and lead singers. She was phenomenal. And then we brought guest drummers in. So we had live drummers. We had a couple of friends of mine who were drummers. JP, who is amazing, great drummer. Unfortunately moved away, but he was great. He was always my first call as a session player for any live gigs we did. So anyway, we had a band, in-house band of performing arts. And as a result of that, we, in the songwriting class that I would do at Performing Arts, we would write songs. I would show them to the band, and then we would play them live. And we even played a battle of the bands. We came in second place, and we won some free recording studio time. And they never paid us. They never gave it to us. Yeah, it was really, messed up. And the funny thing was, we had to eliminate one person in the group because they said you could only have 5 members. And the band that won had 6 members. And we're like, well, wait a minute. And they were together for like 5 years. We had just gotten together and they already had a huge following. We didn't know anybody. We came out and we won second place. So that was pretty cool.
Well, second place.
Hey, you know what? There was like 40 bands and there was like 100 and some bands that actually auditioned for this.
I love it.
So the fact that we came in second out of all them bands, and we're in LA, y'all.
Right.
The entertainment capital of the world. We're not in like Des Moines, Iowa. You know what I mean? We're in the entertainment. Everybody here is on top of their game. So, and we beat all them people.
Well, I tell you, your stories are it's incredible. I mean, and you mentioned something. You mentioned John Pazis. Is that where you first met John, or where did you first meet John Pazis?
I met John. I had a studio in Culver City. I owned a recording studio in Culver City called LPJ Entertainment with Lori Grant, me, and Peter Kolvicki. That's what the LPJ stood for. Lori, Peter, Joe. LPJ Entertainment. And we met through Christine Perrone, who used to be the dance teacher at Performing Arts. I didn't know anything about performing arts at this time. I only knew Christine because she was my neighbor, and then we became band members. She was a great singer. So she said, my band has a studio in Culver City. They record all of our songs. And I said, wow, okay. So I went over there, and Lori and Peter and me, we hit it off like that. They were super creative and super talented. They loved what I did. I loved what they did. So they said, listen, because at the time I was working at West LA Music, and I was a personal assistant to Mario Van Peebles, the actor.
Oh.
Yeah. So Lori and Peter said, quit your job and come here to live, and we'll pay you, to be here. We want you here. We want to secure you here. So we had a woman that was an investor. Her name was Susan Burris. She gave us $250,000 to buy equipment because I knew that they had good gear, but I wanted really, really good gear. So she was willing to be an investor. So on my last day at West LA Music, I gave them a 2 weeks notice that I was leaving. I told Mario I was leaving, and that, but I told West LA Music, I'm only going to work 2 more weeks, but here's the good news. I'm going to buy $250,000 worth of gear from you before I leave.
Oh.
So they were ecstatic. We're still buddies to this day. So we got funding. We started our business. We opened up, we put big ads in like different music magazines, like Music Connection and Backstage West and all these, things. And we started getting a lot of business. And so we had a really successful business for about 6 years. We were making records for people, even people from American Idol and The Voice, people like that we were working with, recording, doing demos for a lot of bands, working on projects, doing a lot of work for film and television. I wrote a lot of music that's on TV and film for music supervisors. And, but here's the problem. Lori and Peter were in a relationship together. And when the relationship went bad, so did our business.
Oh,
They brought, it's however, they weren't trying to, but sometimes business and their personal life mixed too much. And they separated, and we liquidated the entire company. So right before that, I went to Performing Arts one day as a guest with Christine, and I met all the clients, and I met John for the first time. And I fell in love with the place. I fell in love with John. He was incredible. I fell in love with the clients. I thought all the people there were so amazing. I loved the spirit. And, because I was working in Hollywood for so long in the business, everything was a subtext, like everybody's so snarky and then going from that to like Jerry Carr going, I'm happy. My stomach hurts a little bit, but I'm happy, and you're like, how can you not love that? The honesty and just the love and the honesty of that. So John asked me, he's like, hey, we would love you to work here. And I said, well, I would love to work here. And guess what? My, LPJ is, we're no more, basically. And so it's a perfect time for me to step right in. So, John said, basically, I want you to do the same thing you've been doing there here.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got it. And the rest, as we say, is history. So, and here I am.
I tell you, yeah, well, to hear your story is so, yeah, I mean, I understand. When I walked into that wonderful studio, I went, oh, I have to be here.
I never knew anything about the population, about this population. I had, of course I had, I had awareness, but I've never dealt with, interacted with, but, just winning second place in that battle of the bands proves that people with disabilities can make some haters of some regular society people.
Oh, and then we just switch that just a little, and it's like we change the haters to lovers.
Yeah,
that's right.
But my motto always in class was, I would push these guys really, really hard in class. Sometimes too much when I thought about it later.
Right.
But you know what I always said?
Yeah.
I always said, listen, I don't want people to say, oh, that was really good, for somebody with a disability. I want them to go, holy crap, did you see that just now? And then I want them to walk out going like this. I could do that. I could do that.
Right.
And me going, no, you could. No, you can't.
Right.
Nah,
Oh
no, you can't.
Hey, I wanted to, before we go to the next person, I'm seeing a lot of hands, the hands that you press on the computer. So this is what I'm going to be doing, just because we could be here for a whole week. So the people who actually put those hands up are the people that I'm calling on.
I will make my answers shorter too. I'm sorry.
And what? No, I mean, it's so, I love your story. It's their chapters in a book, and we're getting a book.
Thank you.
in this wonderful space. So
Oh,
I
thank
just
you.
wanted to let everybody know who want to ask questions, put that little hand up on the, what is that? The
Yeah.
automatic hand.
Yeah, there's a little hand at the bottom of the screen.
And that way, we know that you want to. Some people might just want to listen. So I understand that as well.
Sure, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that way, let me bring on our next one. Is Luke Zimmerman available?
Luke Zimmerman.
Oh my
Here I
gosh.
am.
What's up, my
Hey,
dude?
there he is.
What's up, Luke?
Hey, here's a question for Seabe.
Hello.
How you get to yourself and
Luke, show your
involve-
face, Luke.
Let's see.
All right, yet again.
There you
Take
go.
two.
Okay.
How you get yourself involved to music? Right? You like this? You like that? Any music you like to hear about? You saying a Queen or guess the rap? Any kind of a song you
Yeah.
love to hear, and we heard that you love it. It's like
Well,
for me.
you know what, Luke? The reason I like so much kind of diverse kind of music, I think, is because of my upbringing. And my father always taught me to listen to everything, just like in food. He used to teach me, try everything. You might love it. You might hate it, but you might love it.
Yeah.
So my dad always taught me to be very open to other opinions and
Right.
other sides to things. And I really appreciate my dad for doing that for me, because he really did open up my my ears and my heart to other things and other ideas, other styles of music. I mean, I love Frank Sinatra as much as I love Slayer. So
Exactly. It's like when you know what kind of rhythm, any song you like to hear, you clap and stomp like
well, thanks for that,
Like
Luke.
that.
I appreciate
you know
your
how you
compliment.
get into
Thank you.
involved into music. You start like this in the beat of the song
Yeah.
of Queen. Like, we will walk you. You had to know that rhythm of the
Oh
song.
yeah, we did that one time in class. I think we did that one time.
Yes, you do that. And that's easy way to do it.
That's really
You
fun. I
know-
love doing those kind of examples with rhythm. It's
Yeah,
fun.
you know. And for me, I know some music myself.
Mhm.
Like I like from Detroit. I like from Motown. Oh, I love Motown. I
Me
love
too.
Mutation, Reefer, all kind of different songs. We hear them sing. They need a story to tell every
Mhm.
music they sing about.
Absolutely.
I love
It
it.
makes
It's like
all
that.
flavors. Hey, guess what? It makes all kinds of music to make this world go around, because everyone loves so many different things. And that's the
Right.
beauty of music. Music can take you so many places. Sometimes I want to hear classical music. Sometimes I just want to hear beautiful,
Scary music.
just
like,
beautiful, serene, cerebral, beautiful
like-
music.
like,
Yeah. I tell
It
you,
all
that
depends.
was,
Just depends. Thank you,
love-
Luke, for that question.
thank you, Luke. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have somebody from the other side of the coast here.
Whoa.
Mr. John Vioso.
Johnny V.
Hey. Joseph,
My rock and roll
Seabe.
brother right there. Hey man, what's up?
Not much. Wanted to go to a blast from the past. I wanted to know, how old were you when you started that club job?
Oh, let's see. I left Philly in my early 30s.
Okay.
So I'd say about like 93 or so.
Okay.
About 93. About 93. I got there. And yeah, worked there a long time. Before I moved here, that was what I did. Yeah. And everything there, in North Carolina was so different. It was like another awakening, because Philly had a sound, Philly had a style, and it was like,
Yeah,
Philly's
they
got
had
a
a
lot.
lot of they had a lot of scatting in Philly.
Yeah.
From because I'm starting to get into that type of music a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love Philly soul. Like they're, Gamble and Huff, they were like a songwriting team out of Philadelphia. And they wrote some of the biggest songs in the world. I mean, they were great. And then you have like Daryl Hall and John Oates were from Philly. And they were like the blue-eyed soul version of, Philly, which those guys were amazing. And but then going from Philly to North Carolina is where I discovered like bluegrass music and just some of the most amazing guitar pickers I've ever heard in my entire life. It was such a such a learning experience for me when I got there, because even though not only is the accent vocally different, the music accent is different as well. So it was really fun that I got introduced to the accents of the South when I moved to the Carolinas. And I met some incredible players there. I had some dear friends who were just legendary players. Warren Haynes, who plays with the Allman Brothers. He was a dear friend. He's from Asheville. He grew up with my bass player when I had a band when I was in Asheville. Bud Moore was my bass player, and one of his best friends was Warren Haynes, who plays with Government Mule, who plays with the Allman Brothers, and even plays with the Grateful Dead sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he has his own band called Government Mule. And every year they used to do the Warren Haynes Christmas Jam. And I used to play live on stage with all those guys. And it was like, we would tear the roof off the place. It was great. Like just being in an army of other guitar players that were just sick and incredible. It was just like, it was like being at guitar lessons all day long with these guys. It was like, you never stop learning from these guys. They were so insane. They were just so good. It was just incredible. So yeah. I would say I was like in my early 30s, 34 maybe.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wow. I love that.
Great experience. Really great.
34. Again, it's that time thing. It seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
I'm 57 now.
You and I. When's your birthday?
July 18th, 1964.
I'm older than you.
By a smidge, right?
By a smidge. I'm January 23rd, 1964.
Okay. January. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. January. Yeah. Yeah. 6 months later, I popped out. So yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know who's going to pop in right now is Mr. Devon Morgan.
Oh, I love Devon Morgan. I'm a huge Devon Morgan fan myself. I'm so wonderful. I'm a big fan of all you guys, but Devon Morgan I'm also a huge fan of Devon Morgan. Hi, Devon Morgan.
Hey, thank you.
There you are.
Yeah, my name is Devon Morgan. I'm Matthew Selden's big brother.
Yeah,
and
I know who you are. You're legendary at PASW. So yes, I know who you are.
Oh, thank you.
Your reputation exceeds you, my friend.
Thank you.
You're a triple, quadruple threat, I think. Yeah.
My question for you is, I'm pretty sure people, give words of encouragement before they perform and go on stage. Like, have you ever since you were with the band, have you ever gave them words of encouragement before any performance? Like, give them some positive vibes of
You
words?
mean my bandmates or other bands?
Like your bandmates?
Oh, oh my God. We used to have a little thing that we did every show. Part of it was funny and part of it was spiritual, but it was camaraderie. We used to all get together in a huddle, put our heads together, and I'd say, all right, guys. And it wouldn't always be me that would lead the cheer. It would be someone else sometimes. But we would always end it with, like, we'd say, okay, this is the biggest venue we've ever played. There's a lot of people out there. The press is out there. There's TV people out there. We got to do this. We got to look great. We got to hit that stage. And I said, and we'd always end it with this. And if we don't do it for ourselves, by God, let's do it for the kids in the orphanage.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we high five, and then we get
I
out
love
there.
that.
Yeah,
So cool.
yeah,
Oh, I love that. I love that.
yeah.
These questions are amazing.
They are. I
Everybody's-
love them. I love them, and they're very impactful. And when I go back in my data memory banks about things such as that, what Devon just asked me about.
Yeah.
I just had I went back in time and had a fond memory in that huddle. It was really cool.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. Hey,
Yeah.
we have since Devon Morgan talked about his good dear brother, we'll just add him on, Mr. Matthew Selden.
Matthew Selden, another super highly talented busybody, always working, always doing something, always got a project. What you got for me, Matt Selden?
So I have a question. So
Sure.
do you know, since you're the music teacher, so you're also a music teacher.
Mhm.
So you made the songs. And also do you own CDs after they made the song writing songs?
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. We're is your let me make sure your I got your question. So you asked me have I released CDs before?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have music on iTunes. I have music on Reverb and Spotify and things like that, and songs I've written for other people. A lot of it. Well, you can find my band Sick Vicky on iTunes, and like when I was a career artist like that in a band, all my work is out there. Yeah, you can buy it. You can find it. It's on iTunes. Also, other artists I've written songs for who've released their music. They're on iTunes, they're on Spotify. Yes, there's many ways.
Right.
Now, I'd have to probably direct you to some of them because they don't have my name on them because they're the artist, but I wrote with them, co-wrote, they're singing the song, but I produced the song and wrote it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I have a question on in connection to that.
Yeah.
And the question is, I know you've written for all these different artists. Is there an artist that you haven't worked with that you love to work with?
Oh, there's a million. There's so many. Oh my goodness.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
Well, I love Pink. I would love to write with Pink.
Yeah.
I love her, and I just think, I think I've actually consciously written songs for her that I've had other people sing, and they did a great job, but they
Right.
didn't do the job that Pink would have destroyed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I literally custom wrote them for her.
Mm.
But like I couldn't get to her people because you can't send unsolicited material to an artist without, You want to hear
I
a
know
funny
what we
story?
got to do.
What's that?
We got to bring Pink to Performing Arts Studio.
Oh, we definitely. What's funny? One day I was on the 10 freeway and she was next to me.
Oh my God, I love that.
I am not kidding. She had this giant Hummer. She was driving a Hummer. Not kidding you.
Yeah.
Black with the windows all blacked out, right? You can totally tell it's a custom Hummer, like custom from the wheels up. And her license plate said Pink with a question mark.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm like, I got to see who's driving this car with that license plate.
Right.
And because it was so sunny, even though her windows were pretty tinted, I could see through the window.
Right.
And it was her.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I want to flag her down right now.
On the freeway.
Yeah, like I got a song for you, girl.
I got a song for you, baby.
Yeah. But like, and she's a Philly girl. She's from Philly.
Oh.
In fact, her mom's a nurse in Germantown. And I was going to say to her, hey, girl, when was the last time you were in Germantown? I was going to say that to her.
I think there's all these connected, we just got to keep on going after those dreams.
I know. I mean, it's like she's such a homegirl too. She's so down to earth, and
Oh.
she's a homegirl, man.
I think. Well, I'm looking forward to your Grammy award winning song with Pink.
Oh, hey, you know,
Uh,
she's
that-
ready to go. I'm ready to go. You know,
I tell
I'm
you.
ready.
Well, I know who's ready to go right now, and
Yeah.
that is Miss Blair Webb.
Oh, my girl,
There she
bring
is.
her to me.
There
Bring her here,
you guys
please.
have fun. There we go.
Belaya. Where is she?
Oh, she's right here.
Hello. Hey, Joe.
Hey, there she is. What is up, girlfriend?
I always
I always used to listen to you.
what amazing
Write amazing music
Oh, thank you. honey.
in like 5 minutes. How do you do that?
You know, well, you know, when you do something for a long time, you know, the more time you spend at anything, the better you get, you know. So I think that, you know, because music is my happy place, it's my escape. It's let me hold on. Let me stop myself right there, because music is work. It is hard work. But inspiration happens sometimes, and you get inspired, or you're with people like when I'm with you, and you're in my class, and you're kicking words to me, and we're feeding off each other. I couldn't do that stuff in the classroom that you're talking about without you. Without everyone else contributing ideas. We're all exchanging ideas like this. It becomes you know, when you throw a rock in the water, the ripples go out. You throw another rock, the ripples cross-pollinate. Boom. Before you know it, all the ripples are crossing one another. That's the same way energy works, the same way creative energy works. I'm not kidding. So it's really not me as much as it is us. When we're all on the same wavelength and we're all working towards a goal, like a song is a project, it's a goal. We have a finish date, we have a starting date, we have an end date. Like, let's say somebody needed a song. Today's what, Wednesday? Let's say by Saturday they need a song on their desk for so-and-so, for this, they're gonna, you know, we have to work. We can't relax. We didn't even start the song yet on Wednesday, and it's got to be on their desk on Saturday. That's not a long time to get that to them. That's like cutting it super, super close. And and not just writing the music, writing the lyrics, writing the melody, then recording it, then producing it. Okay. Like when you write a song on a piano, that's just you singing that version on the piano. That's not the production version. That was the way you wrote it. You use the piano as your writing tool, but that's not the way you're going to produce it. Maybe it will be, but maybe it won't. You know, like if you're trying to reach like the pop crowd, they don't want just vocal and piano. That's not what they like. They like, you know, like hip hop beats with some flashy, you know, music playing underneath, and some, it's all about production at that point. So then it's not about the substance. Well, it always is about substance, about songs. But to answer your question, I'm no genius.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you are.
I work hard, and you work hard. We all work hard. And when we're all working hard together and we get excited, there's nothing better than that feeling. I know that you and I personally have experienced that together hundreds of times over the years. Hundreds. We go way back, Blair. And we have shared that creative energy so much over the years. And a lot of songs that we finished, I couldn't have completed without you. I couldn't have completed without everybody in that room that day that was helping contribute. So this goes out to everybody you know, we're only as good as the company we keep. And, you know, we're all working to build a village, and, you know, we can only build the best village with the best, you know, with the best minds who are focused and aren't afraid to fail. You got to be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to fail. I fail so well.
No.
I fail daily. I fail. And you know what? Like, you know, the guy I used to write with, Eric Russler, I love Eric, right? And we had a great writing partnership, but Eric had a really hard time committing to releasing material before we would send it out. I'm serious, like 10 minutes to midnight, I'd be ready to hit the download button on iTunes for a new song. And he'd go, wait, no, not yet. I want to fix the verse. 3 more months go by. Okay, we're ready now, right? Hold on, I want to fix the chorus on that second song. 3 more months would go by. All right, we're done now. We're good. Yeah. All right, we're gonna upload it to iTunes. Wait a minute, I want to fix my vocal on the and he just couldn't. He couldn't commit. And then we had Robin Thicke, really interested in 2 of our songs. We had a meeting with Robin Thicke and his management, and 2 of the songs me and Eric wrote, he was interested in. And Eric was super ecstatic, jumping backwards. And I said to him, don't get super excited. If he uses the song, he uses it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We have no control over what he does, right? And sure enough, we had 2 meetings, not 1, we had 2. And then we never heard back from them. Nothing happened, right? But all week, Eric's like, man, I hope he likes the song. And I go, look, he either gets it or he doesn't.
Right.
No big deal.
Right.
And I even said to him, I said, listen, if everybody in the world hates our album, we'll just write a new one. It's that simple.
Wow. You know, I mean, that's so, I don't know, the word that's coming to my head is inspirational, in the sense that I've been going through little stuff like that lately.
Yeah,
where
we all
somebody doesn't get it. But then what you just said sort of opened a door for me. It's like, keep on moving on. Keep on going forward.
You know, if you wallow in sorrow over every failure you've done, you'd never get out of bed. You'd stay in a fetal position, sucking your thumb in the dark. You'd know, you know.
Yeah. What do you think about, like you said, you wrote a song, what, in 3-4 days? Boom. Well, what do you think of that compared to other projects where you're trying to do it, you know you're going to do it, you know it's going to be great, but it doesn't take 3 or 4 days. It takes 10 years to do.
Oh, yeah.
What about that difference?
Well, you know, you know, sometimes, you know, it's funny. I'll get ideas. I'll get bursts of ideas. And you know, I can't show you my phone because I'm on my phone with this. So, but what I do is I dictate every day. I write a melody of some sort. I sing it into my phone. I listen back about 3 days from now. If it's crap, I delete it. And believe me, I create a lot of crap. And then I evaluate it because I've had 3 days to separate myself from it. You know, we all love what we create because it's new. But when we step back and take a break from it and then come back, we're hearing it with fresh ears. And then we hear all the flaws. And you're like, wow, okay, I see what I did wrong there. Or sometimes I'm like, what was I thinking when I thought that was good? And then sometimes I go back and hear something I did 3 days later.
Right.
And I thought it was crap when I recorded it, but I thought, I'm just doing it to do it. And then I listen back 3 days later and I love it way more than I love the thing that I thought I loved but hated, you know? Like,
right. That's interesting.
It really is. And you know, we're not everything that you do is not going to be a masterpiece. Get used to that. Yeah. Just get used to it. but it's all part of the process of finding, like everyone, like I don't know about for acting, but for music, I can tell you, everyone is trying to create their Sergeant Pepper.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Me included. I'm longing. I haven't hit it yet, but I'm still striving, reaching to create my own Sergeant Pepper, and my masterpiece. I don't know when that will be. Maybe when I'm 90. I don't know. Maybe when I'm 82. I don't have no idea. But I'm enjoying the process of the creation. That is the reward. The reward is the doing.
Right.
It's not the like every time you write a song, every time you're learning about songwriting, even through your failures.
Mm.
Even if it's, well, I'll never do that again. Then you're avoiding pitfalls because you already went through that pitfall. You're not going to do it again. You're not going to, you're going to do what works.
I could see chapter 11, creating my Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah.